Alright. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the All-Star race. At least the last chance qualifier. It's going to be quite an interesting race today. Or tonight, rather. 18 drivers going for the last 3 spots available in the main event that will be going on later today. It's going to be 2 segments for the last chance qualifiers. Both of them are 25 laps each, totaling for 50 laps. So we get set here to get at Eldora. Gonna go ahead and skip through qualifying here. It looks like Tyler Mallon is going to be on the pole with Shane Lennox alongside Johnston. The 5, the 41, 45, 81, 21, and 60, and the 1 of Connor Root, your top 10. Alright, as we're not going to bother going through happy hour because, screw happy hour. Anyways, so we get set to go racing for the first 25 laps of this event. All the mud caked on those cars. Green flag is out. We are underway at Eldora. Mallon tries to get the jump on Lennox. Lennox up in that third lane, up into the cushion, exiting turn 2, as now Johnston makes it 3 wide. Down the back straightaway into turn 3. Johnston with the lead now. As they round turn number 4 for the first time tonight, Mallon catches the wall as it's going to be Woodward in second. Anderson now side by side with the 93 for third. Anderson will take the spot as Lennox and Mallon both now starting to fall back. 3 wide with Lennox now backing out of it. Farrell picking up spots early. And it's the 41 out front now. With the 60 trying to take second away from Johnston there. Hawkins making a power move up, trying to take second away from Johnston now. Got around the 60 of Blazenchek, I think his name is. Or how you pronounce the name. I do apologize if I butcher your name in this pronunciation. It's 4 wide now. Darren Ingram taking a huge ballsy move to the inside of Coleman, Mallon, and Anderson in 3 and 4. It's going to make him work, though. He's going to pick up the 5th spot as the 43 of Hawkins will now take the lead. Johnston and Woodward side by side now, exiting turn 4. Woodward catches the wall a little bit. We're already on lap 6. That's how fast laps click off here. Remember, top 3 at the end of segment 2 will move on to the main event. There is no fan vote this year. I had to do that to save. I had to change that in order to save time. Mallon and Coleman now side by side. Mallon's going to get the spot. Now it's going to be Hancock and Coleman side by side. Back up towards the front. Johnson trying to get to the 43. He's at the quarter panel. They're both in a wall. Johnson now dives low in turn 1. 43 up in the cushion area. That is not where you want to be. Johnson easily will take the lead. Woodward still sitting in third. Ingram, though, very aggressive early on in this race. He's going to sit in fourth for now as Mallon's going to try and charge back up through the field. Takes 5th away from the Costa. Now Woodward looking to the inside of the 43. A little bit too far back to make the move, though. Mallon now to the back bumper of Ingram as they round turn number 4 for the 9th time today. Looks like everybody hit the wall exiting the corner. Jordan now making a move on Blandford for farther back towards the end of the top 10. Only 18 drivers in this race as the 10 fairly slow and early going here as they're 3 wide for second. Ingram in the 2 car trying to take place number 2 and now to the inside for the lead. Oh! Woodward just briefly around. Keeps it straight to 3 wide for 3 and 4. We are going to continue being under green. So Woodward looked to run Hawkins a little high, exiting turn 4. Some fender damage on both the 43 and 41. Malin's going to take advantage of all this action and take second. Now, almost was going to challenge for the lead. Had a little bit of slide in 3 and 4. Managed to catches and keep going now side by side with Ingram in turns 1 and 2. And down the back straightaway, he has the nose and now the entire car length ahead of Ingram, as Johnston now will try and take second back away from the 2. Ooh, Tyler Malin hard into the outside wall exiting turn 4. Johnston clear of Ingram for second, now looks to take the lead back from the 93. Meanwhile, 13 of Austin Spencer up there now, trying to take fourth away from DaCosta as the leaders fight it out. Now here comes Woodward with that damage to his front fender. He's going to try and take fifth away from the 17. He will. Johnson side by side with Tyler Malin for the lead. There'll be 10 to go at the line. Ingram now looking to the inside of the 93 for second place as Johnson takes the lead. Now it's Woodward. Ooh, Austin Spencer hard into the wall. Slows way up. He's going to lose fourth to the 41. Likewise, the 93 is going to lose second to Ingram. Woodward and now to the back bumper of the 93 of Malin, looking to take third potentially. Ingram now to the back bumper of the 47, somewhat, maybe, kind of. It's a 7-car train, something like that. As now Malin back to the inside of Ingram for second. Johnston trying to run away. Didn't clip the wall that time as Malin makes a ballsy move going into turn number 1. 41 Woodward's going to take third away from Ingram. As Malin's going to try and clear Johnson exiting 4. He will. Johnson into the wall. That slows up Woodward a little bit. Woodward now going to dive to the inside of the 47 through 1 and 2. Malin with a commanding lead now as Johnson battles side by side with Ingram for third. Woodward into the wall a little bit. That's going to allow Ingram and Johnston to close for second. DaCosta settled in fifth right now, or fourth, fifth. Tyler now pulling away a little bit now as we reach 5 to go at the line. Tyler in the wall, Woodward in the wall, Ingram in the wall. Everybody's in the wall. Oprah's here, shoving people into the wall. 3 wide, further back, Root, Farrell, and Blazencheck. Further back in the field, just outside the top 10. Actually, that is at the tail end of the field. Wait. Yeah, that's at the 10. Oh, the 10 is 3 laps down somehow. No idea how. Ingram's catching Tyler Malin. As it's going to be 3 to go at the line. Just goes to show you just how quick this race is. Like, less than 10 minutes long. Ingram side by side at the quarter panel of Tyler Malin now. At the door now. Back to the quarter panel. Tyler gets to run on the high side. Manages to clear Ingram. Ingram now fighting back on the inside of 3 and 4. And here comes Woodward. Contact is made. But they keep it straight. And we stay green. 2 to go now. As Woodward to the back bumper of Ingram. Ingram now back to the lead. They're going to see the white flag this time by as they battle side by side for second. Ingram into the wall. That's going to allow Woodward to go straight to the lead in 1 and 2. Tyler Malin now runs Ingram up the track. More contact is made. Less than half a lap to go. It is going to be the 41 of Woodward taking the win in segment number 1 rather. Malin just edges Ingram for second. DaCosta takes fourth. And Austin Spencer will take fifth. Johnston falls all the way back to sixth. As now we will take a short break here to get segment number 2 set up. Teams will have a few minutes in order to get all their cars repaired and whatnot for the second segment of the Last Chance Qualifier. Again, top 3 drivers. At the end of segment 2, we'll move on to the main event. So, of course, we'll be right back as drivers still cycling around, missing the entrance of pit road. Woodward will lead the field to the green. Malin alongside. Ingram, DaCosta, Spencer, Johnston, Hancock, Anderson, Lennox, Jordan, Blanford, Cementana, Blazincheka, or Bleskacek. Sorry, Ryan, I am butchering your name, I know this. Anyways, Hawkins, Farrell, Root, Coleman, Wichilman will be your running order. Wichilman, of course, getting back on the lead lap. So, again, we'll be right back, folks, with Heat, or not Heat, but segment number 2. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the All-Star Challenge. We are still doing the Last Chance Qualifier. It is segment number 2, which means Greg Woodward will be on pole for this segment as we get set to go racing, and I totally missed the start of the race, so let's redo that. As green flag is out, this time we catch the start ever so barely. Woodward gets a great jump on the start, but it looks of it, Ingram's going to try and take second away from Tyler Mallon. As here comes Spencer now side by side with the 13. Ingram with a big slide in the middle of the corner. That's going to allow Spencer to get alongside for second. Don't count out Hancock, though. He looks making 3 wide going into turn number 3. And he's going for the lead. But has to back out of it just ever so slightly. but it's still going to go well for him as the 41 taps the wall exiting 4. Lennox is going to take second for now. Blandford now going for third. And going for second now. Hancock slaps the wall. It's going to be Blandford side by side for the lead now, as here comes Bobby Farrell into third. A lot of comers and goers now, as we are only in the 4th lap. And the front row has fallen all the way back to the midfield. Coleman almost gets into Hancock now as they race side by side. Out of turn number 2, Blandford with a commanding lead over Farrell right now. It is Ford, all 3 the top positions. As Tyler Mallon now looks to change that, as the 12 of Trey Coleman had a big slide exiting turn number 4 of the previous lap. Mallon now with a great run. Almost spins it entering the corner, but keeps it straight for now, side by side with Farrell. And Farrell almost gets into the wall. Blandford with a looks like a bit of a slide exiting turn 4. That's going to allow Mallon to catch up right to the back bumper of the 22. Spencer was going for the lead, and now he's already at the tail end of the field. Nicely done, Spencer. As Blandford slams into the wall exiting turn 4, it's going to be the 93 taking the lead once again, as now here comes Bobby Farrell for second, alongside his fellow Ford. Don't look now, but DaCosta is slowly climbing his way up into the mix alongst the top 4. The challenge for the lead. Ooh, DaCosta gets into the back of Blandford. Blandford keeps it out of the wall, but that was definitely a bump and run move. Though it was exiting the corner, so DaCosta not exactly able to get a long time until entering turn 3. Farrell has been all over the back end of the 93 ever since he took second, I guess. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, they were 3 wide back here for the moment. The 10 of Welchman trying to battle back from a poor showing in the first segment. 41 trying to roar back to life as well since starting on pole in this segment. Costa's up to second now, as it's Toyota, Ford, and Ford, Toyota. Tyler Mallon still trying to lead this race. He's going to tag the wall exiting the corner. That's going to allow DaCosta to dive way to the inside as Tyler Mallon gets up into the cushion. Blandford now sitting in third once again as DaCosta is going to try and take the lead from the 93. He will. Blandford now diving to the inside of Tyler Mallon as Mallon once again uses the cushion in turns 1 and 2. Already past the halfway point in this race. That's just how fast things happen here at Eldora. Remember, top 3 finishers move on to the main event. DaCosta is currently sitting in the catbird seat. Blandford and Farrell would transfer as well as they run right now. It will be 10 to go in both the segment and the race at the line. Hancock now just in front of the 81 Anderson at the edge of the top 5. Ooh, Anderson almost gets into the 45 there. Manages to keep it off of the Coca-Cola Camaro there. As Farrell gives the wall another love tap just for good measures. Tyler Mallon right on his back bumper. Now the 10 is going to break into the top 5. Lennox now trying to power back up into the top 5. And Mallon gets into the top 3. Costa, however, running away with it for now. Lennox now side by side with the 10, exiting turn 2. Lennox with the slide a little bit, though. Loses a little bit of ground to the 10, but he's going to make it back up here now in turn number 4. Ooh. Welchman with a huge slide exiting turn number 4. That's going to allow Lennox to clear him for 5th. Mallon now side by side with Blandford in the 22. For 2nd, Blandford with a little bit of a slide. Mallon's now going to go for the lead. As it's 6 to go at the line, going to be 5.5 once they reach back straightaway. Can Farrell get around Blandford for third? It's 5 to go at the line now. Mallon all over the back bumper of the 17. Loses a little bit of ground exiting corner though. Here comes Blandford now back for second. Ooh, Tyler with a large hit into the outside wall. That's going to drop him back to third for sure. Farrell, though, a little ways back. Anderson now going to try and take fifth away from the 18. And he will. Move the 81 to P5. 3 to go now. Top three sitting comfortably ahead of Bobby Farrell. Can Bobby run down the top three within the last few laps? Acosta with a bit of a wobble in turns 3 and 4. That's going to allow Blandford to get side by side. And a 93 to the back bumper of the 22. Top three now battling. A lap and a half to go at Eldora for the last chance qualifier. Will one of these drivers bottle it up and eat shit? Oh, almost! They keep it straight. They keep it going. Last lap now. DaCosta and Blandford giving it their all. Mallon to the back bumper of Blandford, but it's not going to be enough. But he will still finish third. DaCosta, Blandford, and Mallon transfer to the All-Star race. Bobby Farrell comes up about a little over about a second short, actually, of Mallon. Anderson, Lennox, Woodward. The 5, Hancock, Welchman, Root, Coleman, Ingram, Johnston, Jordan, the 60, Austin Spencer, and Justin Hawkins. All will not transfer to the All-Star race. Well, that's all they wrote. As a caution for some reason comes out, probably for the 28 Jordan here. Who was very slow on track for whatever reason. Anyways. Well, that's all she wrote for the last chance qualifier. Which means it's time to move on to the main event. But we'll be taking a little bit of a longer break in order to get everything set up for that. So, yeah. So, just pretend it's an extended commercial period and pretend driver interviews are doing whatever or not. Do whatever you get out to do to pass the time. It's going to be about 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to say, in order to get everything set up for this. So, we'll be right back. So, yeah. I don't know why I keep on saying we'll be right back and just not doing any of this. Okay, now we'll be finally right back. Welcome back, everybody. It's gonna be time for qualifying for the All-Star main event. 4 segments: 40, 40, 40, 10. The lap counts for each segment. So, let's go ahead and get qualifying run through, because why not? It's gonna be Matt O'Reilly on pole in his Mobile 1 Camaro. Malin, who finished 3rd in the last chance qualifier, will start 2nd. Caudill, Kunkel, Busch, DaCosta, Gegner, Blanford, Crago, Isaacs, butchered the name there, Lamas, Curtin, Hooper Sr., Merzlak, Webster, Nixon, Slates, Peters, Mizimer. The starting order. So we get set for the first set of 40 laps. It will be a mandatory pit stop at the end of segment number 2. So the start of segment 3 will have a slightly different order than the start of segment number 2 as we get set to go racing. Pace car pulls away as the field begins to roll off from the grid and form up. What will this race hold for these drivers? Who knows? The rounding turns 3 and 4. Festivities are over. It's time to go racing. Green flag is out. We are underway at Eldora. Once again, that is. O'Reilly got a good jump on of the second corner. As Caudill in second now. Here comes Busch into third. Crago makes a 3 wide exiting turn 4. Looking to make a power move early on. Moves up into fourth. Busch now going for the lead. Short track drivers seem to be doing great here, as it's going to be DJ Harris making it almost 4 wide. Crago up in the second. DJ Harris now looking to track O'Reilly for third now, as Crago, I think, moved Busch through the corner to go into the lead. Short track drivers, of course, going to dominate this race because it's counted as a short track in the game's files. So, yay! Merzlak already on the move. He gets past O'Reilly. Up into fourth now. Craig, I think, slapped the wall a little bit. Nixon now going into the fourth spot. As Busch now trying to get into Craig. Ooh, contact between Harris and Nixon. Exiting turn number 2. 3 wide now as Curtin, O'Reilly, and Merzlak now 3 wide. Merzlak backs out of it, but not enough to avoid hitting the wall. Nixon all over the back bumper of Crago now. Former teammates in the National Series. For Nixon took a brief period of rest. Now, Harris almost gets into Nixon after Nixon almost gets into Crago. 3 wide now. Mizimer going for the back towards the front. Contact is made between the 68 and 97. Down the back, down onto the front straightaway, rather. Nixon hard into the wall. Mizimer going to get alongside Harris after Harris had to slow up to avoid running over the 79. 3 wide farther back as Kunkel tries to make a move on Peters and Webster. It's going to fail miserably as here comes the 93 of Malin back to the inside. Mizimer now. He started dead last in 20th, and now he's running second, looking to chase down the 62. Here comes O'Reilly to the inside of the 79 now, through 1 and 2. Mizimer to the quarter panel of Crago, can't quite get there this time. O'Reilly now trying to get the third, and looks to potentially take second away from the 68. Mizimer into the wall. O'Reilly's going to take advantage. And now Craigo makes a bobble in turns 3 and 4. O'Reilly side by side with Craigo, exiting turn 4. Craigo catches the wall a little bit. That's going to allow O'Reilly to retake the lead through 1 and 2. Nixon back in the third. He's going to look and try and get to the 62 in 3 and 4. He's at the quarter panel in the middle of the corner. Craigo a little bit slow exiting the corner. Into the wall goes Craigo. Nixon in the second. Here comes Mismer into the battle for third now. Side by side with Craigo on lap 13 of segment 1. 3 wide. Bush, Mallon, Harris in 3 and 4. Harris somehow keeps it out of the wall. Bush is going to take the spot. Mismer side by side with Nixon now for second. O'Reilly begins to pull away. Mallon now driving back towards the front. He's going to try and take fifth away from Dan Bush. Bush has a big slide exiting the corner. Now Mallon trying to set his sights on the 62. Craigo as the top three begin to pull away a little bit. Caldale now back in the battle as he has to slow up big time for Dan Bush. That's going to allow Blanford to get up to the quarter panel. Maybe a bit of contact there entering the corner. Mallon now trying to get to Craigo. Can't quite get there. Now he will get there. Ooh, big slide for Mallon. Never mind. Thought he had him there, but he didn't. Now it's Nixon versus Mismer. Round number 3, I think, in this segment. As Nixon tries to get around Mismer. Once again, for second place, Mismer scrapes the wall, exiting turn 4. Blanford now around Mallon for the 5th position. Bush now trying to get to the 93 for 6th. Back up front, it's still O'Reilly. Craigo now to the quarter panel of the 68. Mismer into the wall, as is Nixon. That's going to allow Craigo to try and take second back. And now it's round number 4 between Nixon and Mismer. Mismer slides out of turn 2, though. And for now, we'll concede third to the 79. However, he's trying to drive back. Almost gets into the quarter panel. Craigo on the wall. Just out of frame. 93 and Mallon now trying to get back to Blanford for the 5th position. Dan Bush trailing right behind the 93 on the back bumper. There is number 8 Vortec Chevrolet. Decent run in the upper midfield today. O'Reilly's just driving away with it. Over a full second and a quarter ahead of Craigo right now. Mallon trying to find a way around Mismer now. Side by side they go through turns 1 and 2. Lamas not having a good day so far. He's running in dead last. Looks like the 16 and 62 both got into the wall a little bit. Mallon now side by side for third against Nixon. Remember, it was only 25 lap stints for the last chance qualifier. 2 of them totaling 50 laps. One segment in this race, almost the entirety of that. As caution is out, Kunkel is around. We heard the in-car radio say can't find any freaking grip. And it shows as he went around in 1 and 2. Lost grip a little bit, exiting the corner, gets into the double zero of Mike Peters. And into the wall he goes, spinning around on the front straightaway. So first caution of the race. Weekend, actually. Not counting the segment breaks. This field paces around now behind the old Pontiac Grand Prix pace car. As pace car does a nice drift job exiting the track as we're back underway. Craigo gives Riley attack going into turn number 1. Malin's looking to the inside of Krago as Krago looks to the inside of O'Reilly. With the field back together again. 10 to go at the line now. Who will win segment 1? Krago now side by side with the 16. And takes the lead. Malin now going to try and find a way around Matt O'Reilly. As we would play the radio from the 15 card team. However, there was just a bunch of expletives, and Costa almost got in the mix in there. Nice. As Wesley Slates now starts to make his way up through the field. As Malin now definitely showing the power he has under that Toyota engine. As now O'Reilly's going to try and take second away from Krago. Still just over 5 laps to go here at Eldora in segment 1. O'Reilly now is side by side with Malin, and he's going to try and take the lead back. He actually leads at the line. DaCosta's in 4th. Caudill's in 5th. Slates falls back to 6th. Kunkel now finally making up ground as Lamas once again falls back to last. Slates wanting a top 5 at the end of this segment. He's going against the 8080 Caudill. Krago trying to find second away from Tyler Malin. They're all in the wall. At least the top 3 got into the wall, exiting turn 4 that time by Krago now side by side with Malin. As they're going to hit 3 to go at the line. Now Krago's doing a power move, almost gets into the wall. Krago knows it's go time. As O'Reilly just scrapes it along the wall down the entirety of the backstretch. They're going to go 3 wide for the lead, exiting turn 4 maybe. Oh, Tyler makes contact with the 62. Everyone keeps it straight. They're 3 wide for the lead now. A lap and a half to go at Eldora in segment 1. Tyler Malin is going to clear the 16 and 62. And then immediately biff it into the wall. Can Krago take advantage and take back the lead? They're side by side now. Tyler will, of course, run on the high side, but now they're side by side. It's going to be close one here as Tyler hits the wall, so Krago's going to get this segment win just barely. An exciting end to an exciting race, at least in segment 1 so far. Krago, Malin, O'Reilly, the top 3. They're going to bring him down on to pit road. Allow teams to work on the cars. And we'll be back for segment number 2. So, enjoy another quick commercial break. That isn't actually a commercial break, but you get the point. Anyways, so we'll be right back with the action for segment number 2. And we're quickly back here for segment number 2. Break time was a lot less than we anticipated. So Llamas is actually not going to be last. He actually managed to just edge Mike Peters for 19th at the end of the last segment, so yay him. Anyways, let's go ahead and get segment 2 started here as we bring out a different pace car, apparently. Crago is going to lead the field down, and it is going to be green flag racing once again. Crago with a good jump. O'Reilly already side by side with Tyler Mallon for second. Seems like if you get up into that outside lane for the start, you are going to lose a lot of ground. Crago entered into the wall now for lap number 2 of the segment. DaCosta is going to get up into the second position now. Ooh, contact. That's going to send Busch around, entering the corner. Busch comes back up. Llamas makes contact. Heavy contact for the 48 of Llamas. As already on lap number 2, we have a wreck that started when O'Reilly got up out of the groove and Tyler Mallon ran out of room trying to get up next to the 16. As the 42 of Harris has actually not started this event, he has been sitting on pit road since God knows when. Alright, so this all started up here with the 16 and 93. O'Reilly gets up into the cushion there. Oh, they were 4 wide. Isaacs up in the bottom lane. Busch in the center. Tyler Mallon just slides up, exiting the corner, gets into the 16, comes back down. And unfortunately, for the 8th and the 9, that happens. And then, Hooper Sr. gets a little bit of contact there, as well as Ganger. Tim Kunkel just gets by with a slight scrape to the right rear quarter panel. He should be fine. But Llamas gets the worst of it so far, as Harris finally leaves pit road. That is a torn up Cobalt Tools Chevrolet. As we are getting ready to go racing once again, Harris now will line up on the inside lane. Pace car dives off, does a nice little drift. Crago's going to lead him down with Harris on the inside. Green flag is back out. This will put Crago at a slight disadvantage as Crago goes all the way up into the groove, and they're 3 wide for second now through 3 and 4. Harris battling, trying to get one of his 3 laps back. Crago gets loose exiting turn 4. O'Reilly takes the lead. Harris now only 2 laps down. As long as he doesn't get caught up in a wreck and retires, he will be back on the lead lap at the end of this segment. As Dan Busch is on pit road now. DaCosta up in the second. Crago manages to hang on in the third for now. Webster and Mallon battle for the 5th position. Mallon is going to get the spot. Slates is going to try now to battle with the 93. Crago and the 8 get around DaCosta. Crago now side by side with the 16th. O'Reilly up into the wall. They're still side by side. As Slate's showing some power now here as he currently sits in 5th. DaCosta looking to take it 3 wide. Ooh, makes contact with the 8. Somehow they keep it straight this time around. O'Reilly gets into the wall. DaCosta's going to try and take second back. Here comes Caudill now with a power move to the inside. Caudill, I think, just forced the 8 into the 16. 16 wiggled a little bit there. Perhaps the tire maybe cut slightly. Perhaps, maybe, I don't know. I can't tell from this commentary booth. As they are almost 4 wide, further back in the pack. Ooh, contact is made, but no wreck so far. Kunkel, despite having contact to that right rear, is up in the top 10. Very good run this segment as DaCosta trying to run down Crago. O'Reilly with a power move to the inside of Caudill now for that 4th position. And he will easily take it. As Dan Bush is back on track 3 laps down, or only 2 laps down, my bad. O'Reilly now side by side trying to get to the door of his former teammate. O'Reilly, of course, left SRD Incorporated at the end of the last season in order to form his own team. And as he takes 3rd away, DaCosta is trying to take the lead away. And it's going to work. And DaCosta doesn't even get into the wall. Crago does, though. That's going to allow O'Reilly to catch up to the lone Dodge in the field. Halfway in the segment at the line. Now Caudill side by side with O'Reilly. And he will take the position now. Isaacs trying to get back to the 16. Caudill now trying to get to the quarter panel. Crago, he will. Crago biffs it into the wall. Almost gets into the 88 of Caudill. And Caudill will move the 88 car up into 2nd. Looks like Nationwide is going to be on his side tonight for segment number 2. $16 of O'Reilly now. Up ahead of the 88. Back in the 2nd place. 8 versus 88 now. As Isaacs and Caudill go battling for 3rd. With Crago all the way back in 5th now. Mallon somehow hanging on to a 6th place position. However, he might lose 6th to Slates here. Yep. Meanwhile, farther back in the pack, some drivers who were battling up near the front. Nixon falling all the way back to 8th. Losing touch with some of the lead groups. As Mismer and Blandford looking to make it 3 wide with Kunkel. Ooh, contact between the 22 and 15. And more contact as Blandford just runs Kunkel all the way up into the cushion. Kunkel is not going to be happy with the 22 after this segment. Meanwhile, farther back up, Caudill back in the 3rd. The 93 of Mallon, despite being in a wreck earlier, is now trying to get up into the top 3 himself. However, he's currently running 4th. Crago is back in 5th. As it is pretty much a 6-car battle for 2nd right now. DaCosta is slightly pulling away. Of course, I say that, and the scoring and timing stuff. And he closed in a little bit. Nice. Mallon takes 3rd. Hooper Sr. versus Merzlak now going into turn 1 for the 13th position. Merzlak Gives the 11 the spot. Might actually lose another spot to Peters here. Kunkel giving the 22 lots of room. Exiting turn number 4. I'm trying to hold back laughter because I also have the SRD chat up. And Tim said he wasn't going to give the 22 any room. So, anyways, moving on from breaking the fourth wall a little bit. O'Reilly's in the lead now. Milan's going for second against DaCosta. Caudill up in this battle as well. As caution is once again back out for Harris with lots of damage on the front end of his car. What the hell happened up here? Oh. Mizmer. Oh. There was no contact between the 15 and the 68. I don't know what happened to the 15. Either a tire went down or just lost grip or lost talent. I don't know. Something happened to the 15 and he just slid up and Harris had nowhere to go. Heavy contact for the 42. Harris, however, still running lap, and now he's pulling down the pit road. So we might have our first retiree of the night. Holy shit, I've been already streaming for over an hour. Nice. And yep, DJ Harris has retired for the night, which means we will only have 19 drivers going forward. As will we get the green flag in this stage? Looks like we will. We will have a 2-lap shootout to end segment number 2. This is going to get interesting as Tim, once again, off and on pit road. As the field's coming to take the green flag this time by, Tim is going to be not quite up to speed. O'Reilly will lead us down. Green flag back out. 2 laps to go in the stage as well. 3 wide farther back. Malin all over the back bumper of O'Reilly. Malin now side by side with the 16. Ooh, into the wall goes O'Reilly. White flag in this segment. And off of turn number 4, Caudill's going to try and get to the 93. Can't quite get there. It's going to be the 93 of Malin winning the segment. God damn it, NASCAR. You got me calling segments in the race stages now. Malin, Caudill, Slates with a surprising third place finish. O'Reilly, DaCosta, Corrigo, Mizmer, Nixon, Hooper Sr., and Isaacs, the top 10. In a, what is definitely quite an interesting second segment of the race. So going forward, DJ Harris not going to be in this race as he has retired from the event. Dan Bush going to be back on the lead lap after this one as well. However, this current finishing order not going to be necessarily the running order. Moving forward, as they will have a pit stop after another short break. Get cars all nice and repaired. 48 team, of course, got a lot of repairs to do on the rear end of that car. So we'll take another quick short break just like the drivers and teams. And we'll be right back for segment number 3. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to segment number 3. Dakota Caudill wins the race off of pit road. Tyler Mallon comes in second. Crago third. DaCosta fourth. O'Reilly falls back to fifth. Hooper Sr. up to sixth. Mizmer down to seventh. Isaacs, I think, remains in eighth. Merzlak ninth. Nixon 10th. And despite all of the damage done to the rear end of that 48 car, Cody Lamas' team somehow manages to get him 18th out of 19 people. Even with Dan Bush now being considered a lead lap car. So as we get set to go back racing here, as the engines once again fire here at Eldora, getting ready to go for another stint of 40 laps. And this time everyone's rolling too. So as the pace car does a nice little drift entering pit road, green flag will come out. Caudill with a huge jump on the start. Crago and Mallon now side by side for the second position. And just like that, Crago takes the lead. So Crago with a very strong car tonight, as does Matt O'Reilly, as he's going to try and take second away from Caudill. Here comes Mizmer for the fourth position. Merzlak with the surprising run up towards the front late in the going here. Of course, I say late in the going when it's really only lap 3 of 40 of segment number 3. And Kunkel has gotten his car repaired, and he's now going to try and take fourth away from Mizmer. Oh, contact farther back in the pack. Blanford and Mallon. Blanford slides it back in the track. Somehow keeps it off the 93 again. And we stay green. Ooh, Caudill up into the wall. Ganger gets up into him. And no further issue. Lom's, however, slow on the track. Probably due to that contact earlier in the race. In addition to the fact that he was already slow in the first place at that point. As it is chaos behind the 62 Crago as the 8 and 16 battle side by side for second. Caudill, the pole sitter for this segment, trying to get back up into this battle here. The 8 now, side by side with Craigo for the lead. Craigo in the wall, as is the 16. Excuse me, that would be the Coca-Cola. Alright, so they're 3 wide almost, farther back in the field. Mike Peters backs out of it, though. However, Slates, Merzak, and Mallon might as well be 3 wide, as with Blanford as well. And this is just for the edge of the top 6. Caudill now side by side for the lead as Craigo falls back to 3rd now, maybe even 4th. Caudill with the car getting stronger and stronger as each segment progresses. Ooh, Kunkel into the wall a little bit. Re-damaging that right rear quarter panel. 16 of O'Reilly took it 3 wide, I believe. Now Craigo's going to try and do the crossover. Can't quite get to the 16 though. Caudill begins to pull away. Never mind. O'Reilly reels him back in just as fast as I say the Caudill's pulling away. Side by side through turns 1 and 2 now at Eldora. For yet another lead change. Craigo now up in the battle once again. Blanford at the edge of the top 5 now as Kunkel falls to 6th, maybe 7th to Merzak. Merzak now, he's going to try and take 5th away from Blanford. And Craigo with a power move through 3 and 4 now to take the lead. Very close there at the line. 15 of Kunkel now retakes 6th. Merzak almost up into the 8 car. Manages to stay off of him though. Kunkel now with an aggressive move back to the inside of Merzak for 5th. Merzak into the wall hard. That's what happens when you take very powerful stock cars and race them around a dirt track like this. You're going to get people hitting the wall nearly every single lap. As Merzak almost gets into Nixon. Looks like Merzak has fallen back a little bit, actually. Caudill almost was challenging the 16 there. Decided to back out of it for whatever reason. Kunkel's up to 4th now. Merzak trying to take 5th back away from the 8. Here comes Blanford now trying to take a peek to the inside of the 7. Slates and Nixon battle for 7th. No, 8th. My bad. DaCosta has fallen all the way back to the edge of the top 10. Mallon outside the top 10. Bush climbed his way up to 12th so far. And Lamas is not running last once again. Caudill has taken 2nd. O'Reilly is trying to change that again. Caudill in a wall. O'Reilly will take 2nd. Here comes now Kunkel. Involved in 2 wrecks tonight in some sort of fashion. Or was it 3 wrecks? Like 2. I think it was involved in all 3 cautions so far tonight. As, speaking of which, we have a caution. For something. Something brought out the caution. And I swear to God, if it was debris. Oh, it was Slates. Getting a little bit slideways due to contact with Jason Blanford through 1 and 2. And Slates uses the wall to get himself straightened back out. And I guess SRD officials figured, yeah, that's a caution. Mismer's sitting on pit road, losing a lap. and he's going to lose a lap here. So, not counting stage breaks, our fourth caution of the night. As green flag is out already, as several drivers are a lap down. No? Just Mismer? Just Mismer. Kunkel's leading, though. How the hell is that happening? You know, besides the fact that he has a strong car in segment 3. Oh, contact! They keep it straight, though. Kragan now trying to take second. Mismer's like, hey, I'm here battling too, right? Well, technically he is. He's trying to battle to get back on the lead lap. Oh, almost gets run into by DaCosta there. Three-car battle for the lead right now as Mismer separates the lead pack. Mismer actually moving out of the way now of DaCosta. As we're actually going to have 10 to go at the line, and Crago knows this as he's going to try and take the lead. Coming to 10 to go. Ooh, Caudill gets into the 15 again. Tim is not going to be happy with a lot of people after this race. First Blandford, then the 42 of Harris. Crago in the wall as Caudill takes the lead because of it. Merzlik almost gets into Nixon there for the fourth. Keeps off the 79. Kunkel takes second from Crago. Crago hard into the wall again. Kunkel's going to try and take the lead and potentially win the segment. As all three leaders pretty much in the wall with the exception of Crago that time by. 5 to go at the line. Crago side by side with Caudill. It is complete chaos around the track. Lamas isn't even last anymore. Lamas is in the top 10. And remember, we have just another 10 laps after this this segment has ended. Crago up to second. It's gonna be 4 to go at the line. Tim Kunkel involved in every single wreck with the exception of the one we just had, and it wasn't even a wreck, and somehow was battling to get a segment win. They're side by side for the lead with 3 to go now. Crago will take the lead. Crago, of course, won segment 1. Tyler Mallon won segment number 2. Can Crago win segment 3 or will it be Caudill or Kunkel? 2 to go at the line. Kunkel diving down to the inside now as Crago takes a higher lane. Lap and a half to go now as they enter 3 and 4. Caudill's going to take second away from Crago. Kunkel on the wall. Here comes Caudill now. Making it a last lap pass for the lead. Now here comes Crago. Looking to make it 3 wide for the lead. Caudill might win the stage. No, maybe. Yes! Just barely. Crago takes second away from Kunkel at the last second. Three segments, 3 different winners. Caudill, Crago, Kunkel, Nixon, Merzlik, Lamas, Curtain. God damn it. Curtin, Hooper Sr., O'Reilly, and DaCosta, the top 10. Where the fuck did Lamas come from? He was dead last at the start of the fucking race. Second to last at the end of segment 2. And despite having no rear end practically anymore, he somehow finishes 6th. as we now have cars wrecking under caution here. So I heard. Apparently that's false. Sounds of a game, you lied to me! Alright, so as we get the final segment going here, 10 laps. A sprint compared to what we just had. It's almost over, folks. It's almost over. We'll be right back once again. Oh, man. It's going to be exciting, folks. We'll be right back. After almost an hour and a half of doing this live stream, it's been an hour and 22 minutes as now, we finally come to the final small little itty bitty chunk of racing that we gotta do here. It's gonna be 10 laps. Just 10. A quarter of one of the other segments just by themselves. 120 laps are already in the books for this All-Star race. We still got the last 10 to do. And it's going to be either amazing or it's going to be cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. And either way, it's going to be enjoyable. Caudell, of course, won last segment, so he's going to be leading us to the green. Crago's on that outside lane. Kunkel's going to be third. Nixon, Merzlak, Lamas, Curtin, Hooper Sr., O'Reilly, DaCosta, the top 10. So as we get set for what hopefully will be the final green flag of the night, hopefully we can get 10 clean green flag laps in. And give these fans here at Eldora one hell of a show. Pace car does its traditional drift, entering pit lane. The green flag is out. We are underway. Crago with a good jump on the outside lane. It's not going to be enough until Kunkel gets to his inside. 19 cars roar down the back straightaway. Merzlak now side by side of the Crago for third. Here comes Kunkel now to the inside of Caudell. 3 wide for fifth with O'Reilly, Curtin, and Nixon. Now Slates makes it 3 wide. Caudell under fire from Merzlak. O'Reilly with his surprising charge in front with a push from the 24. They're 3 wide, farther back in the field. Llama's losing a whole bunch of spots, as is form for tonight's race. Caudell trying to get back to the 15. The 16 of O'Reilly trying to get to the 88. They were 3 wide there for a moment. O'Reilly now side by side with Caudell for second. Halfway and 5 to go simultaneously at the line. Here comes O'Reilly. He's going to try and take the win away from Kunkel. He gets loose. It's in the corner. Here comes Isaacs. To the inside. He's going to make it 3 wide. O'Reilly backs out of it to avoid a potential wreck. Here comes Caudill now. Ooh, Caudill with the bobble entering the corner. And a big bobble exiting the corner. The 8 car is leading at Eldora Kunkel. Meanwhile, not letting that phase him, he's going to try and get back to Isaacs. The 8 is in the wall. Kunkel still can't get to him. 3 to go now. Craigo making it 3 wide, farther back in the field. Caudill now moves the 15 out of his way for second. A bump and run from Caudill to the 15, and now another bump and run to the 8. Caudill using the chrome horn late in the going here. A lap and a half to go, less than a lap and a half to go. The 3 and 4, Caudill takes the lead. Craigo's worked his way back into the field. Will he take it 3 wide for second through 1 and 2? He's too far back to do it, but here comes Kunkel now. Can he get a last-minute run at Caudill? It's the final lap of the All-Star race. Through 3 and 4, here comes Kunkel. It's not going to be enough, maybe. No, Kunkel's going to take second to Caudill winning the race. I said that completely ass backwards, but that's just how exciting that finish was. Dakota Caudill locks himself into the All-Star race for the next 5 seasons and immediately dives down pit road. Caudill wins it at Eldora. Kunkel comes up short in second. Craigo is third. Isaacs fourth. Webster, O'Reilly, Slates, Lamas, Bush, Nixon, Hooper Sr., DeCosta, Curtin, Blandford, Merzlag, Mallon, Peters, Gegner, Mismer, and DJ Harris rounds out the top 20. Of course, he retired earlier in the event, so he's not in the results here. What an exciting finish. What a race. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed it. And that's all she wrote from Eldora. Until next year. At least, hopefully. Who knows? Maybe we'll go to Vancouver Dirt next year. I don't know. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. And as always, I'll catch you at the next race. So long, folks.